Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Millionaire Maker. I'm Paul Smith and I hope you are very well. Your network is your net worth. You've heard that before probably. The people you hang out with are going to determine the ultimate success or failure of many of your commercial ventures. What are you doing to grow your network? More importantly, what are the contestants in the context of this video doing to grow their network? Well, let's get over and see what they do with the challenge.
So the people I admire most, I have to say, is Shirley. She's my favourite. She's dynamic, she's nurturing, she's positive, and she's a whirlwind of excitement. So that's number one. Number two, probably my cat, because she's just purely loving and positive and wonderful, and just gives great feedback and never criticizes me.
I certainly got one of them who is very positive, open to ideas, supportive, looking to improve themselves, and somebody who I feel I could emulate. The sort of person I want to copy. At the other end, I've got at least one who, although that person has a lot of money, is very negative, thinks things like property are scams and very dodgy, so I'm afraid that's the person who's going to have to go.
Really reduced some of the negative people out of our life, people that weren't interested in property and couldn't understand what we're going through with property.
Yeah.
So we've eliminated quite a few of those people. So we'd already taken steps to spend more time with people that know a lot more about property, and some people are even much more successful than we are. So who do we spend the most time with? Well, apart from each other,
we're in each other's pockets.
looking at the number of hours, it's actually Paul Smith.
My mum as well.
Yeah. But I spend more time with Paul than I do with your mum.
You do, yeah.
So he's actually the biggest inspiration for us. And what we like about it is, his whole property journey. There are some similarities to his early days that we have with him.
It's 2 months late, if you like, because I've just left my job in April, and I found that within that job, with some of the people and the environments that we were in was very negative and pressured and stressful. So I've moved out of that job now, so working full time, and it's been a transition, because now I spend more of my time with Penny, who I'd love to keep in my life.
As for kind of a list of 5 people, it's more groups. So obviously the kind of main person in my life that I spend most of my time with is Pete, and I wouldn't want to change that due to this Millionaire Maker. We've been surrounding ourselves with Touchstone people, and that's had a great effect on us. It's our business is growing well as a result of that.
Yeah, so the 5 people that I spend the most time with, the first one I've put down is my son, Alfie, 6.5. I put him down because he's a 10 out of 10. I would say that, but he really is. I think kids can teach us an awful lot generally in terms of how we should approach things, how we can approach things, just their general sort of outlook on life.
Some of them are family members, and of course there's only so much you can do about that, so we've minimised the amount of time with people who perhaps don't understand where we're coming from a lot of the time and can be not quite so positive about what we're doing.
The bottom of the list that I want to bin, well, I've already binned them. I binned them at the end of last year. Work colleagues, because I don't now go to work, I don't now mix with negative people. It's been enjoyable and I've learned an awful lot. I also learned towards the end that it wasn't for me, in terms of it became a toxic environment. It was very negative, it was very stressful. Lots of pressure for not much reward, hence why I'm now turning the tables and starting to exchange my time for money rather than money for time.
Yeah, from a negative aspect in myself, one of my characteristics is self-doubt. Every now and again when I come across challenges, this little self-doubt demon will jump up and tell me that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, I shouldn't be where I am, and I can't do what I can do. But it doesn't take long to eradicate that. But if I can work to eliminate that completely. That would be one of my personal goals.
Well, I suppose one thing would be confidence. I mean, I do believe in myself, and I believe that we can do this, and I'm determined that we're going to achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves. But there's always that doubt. Well, not doubt, but I suppose it's a confidence thing.
What would I want to improve in myself? Well, apart from being positive generally, I need to stop procrastinating, putting things off, and I need to address areas where I'm weak, like social media. If I could do those things, I think I could really turbocharge what I'm trying to achieve.
And I think we just need to, I don't know, it depends what stage you're at, isn't it? I mean, we've already achieved quite a lot, and there's always something that you're striving for, and so you believe that once you've achieved that thing, then you'll be where you want to be. But once you get there, you want to.
George is completely the opposite direction, so we do end up having words about it sometimes. I know, but it's good insofar as we have to come to a kind of a happy medium that we both agree, basically. So it means that we don't do anything particularly stupid, but I tend to push George out of his comfort zone to do things earlier than he would like. Otherwise, you just procrastinate and you never do anything at all. So between the two of us, that works out quite well.
You get me attuned to this new way of thinking.
Life and the world's changing in terms of what skills are needed to build and maintain strong relationships, and I think sort of empathy is one of those skills. That to build strong relationships in business, it's just as important now to have a good empathy with people, with friends, with family, and with the people that you're doing business with. And I think that's something that I'd like to grow and sort of develop going forward.
I suppose if I was going to let anything out, it would be Facebook. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook that you read or you see, and you really shouldn't waste your time on. It's not going to take you forward in your goals. It's not going to help you in your life. It's the stuff that needs to go. So if I'm going to sack anything, it's definitely the rubbish posts on Facebook. I'm not going to waste any time.
Wow. What about that? Difficult, isn't it? Who do you bring into your circle and grow more of? Who do you remove from your circle and why? These are hard decisions. Life is hard, isn't it? Now you've got to make another hard decision at this point. Who are you going to vote for to keep in? And who are you going to let go? So think long and hard. Which of these contestants would you like in your network? Over to you. Make sure your vote counts. You've got 24 hours from now. Go. See you next week. Bye-bye.